Well, there typically is a big turnout drop-off between a November general election and a February primary. The drop-off may not be nearly as big this year.
In-person absentee voting begins today. Christina Laurie spoke with local clerks about why there's already an unusual amount of interest.
We are seeing like a holdover and a lot more, I think, civic engagement on the part of voters.
A repeat record setter is likely, with absentee ballots far outpacing past years, still 2 weeks from Election Day.
We probably have over 20,000 absentee ballots that have gone out so far just for this February primary.
The Madison City Clerk's office says that's highly unusual for a February primary, but the pandemic changed the game.
Because of last year and how many people voted absentee, I think people are becoming more comfortable with that process.
Across Dane County, voter interest remains high after a record-shattering 80% voted in November. In Verona, Deputy Clerk Kayla Martin says despite there being only one race on the ballot, State Superintendent, hundreds of people are requesting to vote absentee. In neighboring Oregon, the same.
Safety, I think, is the number one thing right now.
842 voters have already requested ballots, up from just 59 in 2018's February election.
I had to do the math a couple times just to make sure I was doing it right, but that's a 1,327% increase.
The math checks out, and while the pandemic's changed how a lot of people are voting, the bottom line is that they are voting.
Yeah, I think it's a holdover, and I hope that we all hope that it's something that we'll just continue to see.
If you're planning to vote in the spring primary, there are a few dates you should be aware of. You can request an absentee ballot through February 11th at 5 o'clock. That is the Thursday before Election Day. And then you can return that ballot either in person at your polling place or drop it off in one of the drop boxes around town. You can find those outside most fire stations as well as Elver Park. For News 3 Now, I'm Christina Laurie.
If you have any voting questions like how to find your polling place, head to cityofmadison.com/clerk and click on the Elections and Voting tab.